Sorry about that. Let's just go again. So we said that all of this here adds up to 34. Not so? So it's 34 plus 6 plus 9 minus x plus 12 plus 4. They all add up to 60. Right. So we'll say now 34 plus 6 plus 9 minus x plus 12 plus 4 adds up to 60. Right, so you got minus x is equal to 60. There you go, 60 minus 34 minus 6 minus 9 minus 12 minus 4. It's minus 5. So therefore, x works out to be 5. Okay. Yes.
What would happen if you work out with the rate of 2?
Okay. So you would like to know what does that represent in terms of x? So it's going to be 34 is equal to that rate dot plus 13 minus x plus 16 minus x. So we'll have that unknown is equal to 34 minus 13 minus 16. So that gives us 5. That cancels plus x. So that unknown is going to be 5 plus x.
So if you were to work it out only,
Doesn't matter. Because here we're going to say 5 plus x plus 13 minus x plus 16 minus x. If you add all that up, you get 34. Plus that plus that plus that plus that equals 16.
you don't work out.
But remember, when we set this up, we always look at the shortest method to allocate marks. Okay, so if you do it, it's extra, but then you're not awarded extra marks, so deducted anything like it. Okay. So let's then reconstruct the Venn diagram. So the Venn diagram now should read as follows. So we got 60 here. So we got 5 plus 5. What's 5 plus 5? 10. So S, what was S? Soccer. Huh? Swimming. So 10 did swimming only. 16 minus 5. 11. 5. 13 minus 5 is 8. So that's 80. 6. 9 minus 5 is 4. 12. And 4. Can you guys see that? No? So, yes?
So you couldn't draw like those diagrams, you lose marks.
Yes.
Wow.
Why wouldn't you want to do that?
Because I mean, if you got the values right in the second one, then obviously you got the process of the values. So like it doesn't make sense to write both in diagrams. You got the final. It's like, yeah, okay, yeah.
So you say my question should read something otherwise or something different to what I got. It says draw a Venn diagram and use it to determine the value for x. Then I should say, then redraw the Venn diagram.
Final. Yeah, or like draw the final. Like to me, it just didn't make sense.
Okay, so I gave you 1 mark here. So you should get, if you got x out legit, then you should get, I think I'm not sure, I think I gave 2 marks. 1 or 2 marks. Just check the memo again. If you want your 1 mark, I can give it to you.
I did.
You need it.
Yes.
3. Okay, I can award you that 3. Okay. I think yes, it is a bit unfair from the question. Okay. You expect you to redraw it without me stipulating that you need to redraw. Sorry about that. So I will recheck your Venn diagram. Okay. No problem. It's a pleasure. Okay, so let's carry on. You can just bring it at the end of the session and I'll affect them all. Okay. Alright, 5.1.2. Determine each of the following probabilities. So it says A. Determine the probability that a randomly chosen pupil plays hockey or tennis. So hockey or tennis. So in other words, is that and that will be hockey or tennis. Can you see that? So the probability of hockey or tennis is going to be 6 plus 8 plus 5 plus 4 plus 11 plus 12, and this is all over the number which is 60. Okay? It's going to be 6 plus 8 plus 5 plus 4 plus 11 plus 12. And this is over 60. Gives us 23 over 30. Is that correct? Huh? 23 over. Or you can write it in its decimal equivalent. Okay? Which is 0.766. So 0.77. Okay? Is that correct? Okay. Then in B it says that randomly chosen pupil does not do swimming. So everything from the swimming is out. Can you see that? So in other words, it's going to be 6 plus 4 plus 12 plus that 4. That 4 is not doing swimming. If it had said does not do swimming but does a sport, then I would exclude this 4 here at the bottom. Can you see that? But since he said does not do swimming, so I must include that 4 as well. You all okay with that? So that would simply be probability it does not do swimming. So it's going to be 6 plus 4 plus 12 plus 4. And that's all over 60. So that is going to give you 6 plus 4 plus 12 plus 4 over 60. That gives us 13 over 30. Or it's a decimal equivalent of 0.43. Okay. The next question, we are told that in 5.2, a group of 200 grade 11 pupils, 100 study history, and 140 study mathematics. If the events of studying mathematics and history are perfectly independent. So what do we know about independent events? Whenever you read independent, we write down the identity. What's the identity? The probability of A is intersection B is equal to the probability of A times the probability of B. In this case, we have history and maths. Not so. So the probability of history intersection maths or and maths is equal to the probability of history times the probability of maths if they are independent. Okay, and we are told that they are independent. Not so. So what's the probability of them doing history and maths? History and maths is what? X. Can you see that, people? Okay, before I go into any further, if the events of studying, right, they're perfectly independent. Determine the number of who studied both mathematics and history. In other words, calculating X. Refer to the following table. Do not complete it. So do not fill in the rest. Okay, the missing values. So what's the probability of doing history and maths? Is x over 200 is equal to probability of history. Probability of history is 100 over 200 multiplied by the probability of mathematics is 140 over 200. So from here it is a matter of solving for x. Okay. So 200 of course cancels. So x is equal to 100 over 1 multiplied by 140 over 200. Gives you 70. So 70 that studied mathematics and history. Okay. The last question I think this is. The illustration below shows the aces of 4 suits. We see the suits are clubs, spades, diamonds and hearts. Those are your suits. Okay. And the king, queen and jack of spades. King, queen, jack of spades and the aces of the 4 suits. The ace, king, queen and jack of all 4 suits are removed. Okay. From a deck of cards and then shuffle. Okay. So let's just list what we have here. We have the jack. Yeah. So it's jack, queen, king and the ace of hearts, diamonds, clubs and spades. Okay. So how many cards were removed in total? Four queens, 4 jacks, 4 kings, 4 aces. How many is that? 16. There are 16 cards in total. Have you guys not seen a deck of cards yet? Huh? No. You have? Not?
We have.
Oh, I have. Okay. 2 cards are chosen at random. The first card is not replaced. So they draw a card and the first card is not. Determine the probability of drawing 2 kings. So what's the probability of drawing 2 kings? So the easiest way that I know of, you can draw a 3 die. Okay. So you can draw a king and not a king. Okay. How many kings are there? 4 kings. Not so. 4 kings out of how many cards? 16. It's 4 out of 16 kings. How many non-kings are there? 12 out of 16. Not so. Now, that is on the first draw or the first event. Let's look at the second draw. If we draw a king first, can I draw a king again? Yes. Or I can draw not a king. Not so. What's the probability of you drawing a king on your second draw? Remember that card is not being replaced. How many kings are left in the deck? Oh, in the set of cards? 3 out of 15. How many non-kings are there? 12 out of 15. Alright. If I draw a non-king on the first draw, what's the probability of you drawing a king on the second draw? 4 out of 15. And not a king? 11 out of 15. Now coming back to the question says, what's the probability of you drawing 2 kings? Which means to say, let's go with the first branch, and kings on the second branch as well. Drawing 2 kings. I can't consider this branch here because this is on the not a king and then a king. They want 2 kings in a row. Okay. So to work out the probability is going to be drawing a king and a king. Not so. So on the first event is going to be 4 out of 16 times 3 out of 15. There's 4 out of 16 times 3 out of 15. 1 out of 20 or decimal equivalent, which is 0,05 I think it is. 0,05. Okay. Any confusion there? No? Was that the last question? More. Right, question 6. Question 6, we are given sine of x minus 20 is equal to cos of x plus 30. Determine the general solution of the given equation. People, can I divide both sides by cos to get sine over cos? No, why not? The angles are not the same side. If they were the same size, I could have divided both sides by cos of that angle. Okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to rather change both to be sine or both to be cos. Okay, so 6.1.1. To change that to be a sine is going to be sine of x minus 20 is equal to sine 90 minus that angle. Why 90? Because 90 will change that to the correlation. Can you see that? So I can drop the signs now. So I say my reference x minus 20 is equal to, multiply that out, minus x minus 30, which is 60 minus x. That's my reference angle. I don't solve for x at this point until I take it to the quadrants. Okay? So which question comes to mind? In which quadrant is sine? Which one is sine? Positive. So it's quadrant 1 and quadrant 2. Let's go with quadrant 1. Quadrant 1. We just say it's going to be x minus 20 equals 60 minus x plus k times 360. Why k times 360? Because the sine graph completes itself in 360 degrees. Or the period on the sine graph is 360. Solve for x here, we take that over, and that, of course, that side is going to give you 2x is equal to 80 plus k times 360. Divided by 2, so x is equal to 40 plus k times 1. Or quadrant 2. Are you getting quadrant 2? X minus 20 is equal to 180. Remember this 180 minus x, which is 60 minus x, plus k times 360. Multiply that in, it gets x minus 20 is equal to 180 minus 60 is 120 plus x plus k times 360. But you want to take the x over the equal sign, is when it becomes 0 is equal to 140 plus k times 360. So if then a 0 is equal to a number, what do we say? No solution. There's no solution on that branch. However, this here, we add that k is an element of integers. Okay. Then in 6.1.2, the question says, hence determine the value for x for which x is an element of negative 360 to 90 degrees. So what do we do here? Wherever we see a k, we put 0, 1, minus 1, 2, minus 2, turn convalient. So I start with 0, so x is an element, I'm just going to that thing. I start with k 0, put 0 where you see k, I'll get 40, which yes it is in that given domain. If I put 1 in, it's going to be 180 plus 40, or 40 plus 1 times 180 is 220, which is outside this given domain. Not so. If I put minus 1 in, it's going to become negative 140, which is inside. Put negative 2 in, it's going to give you negative 2 is 320, just check there. It's going to be 40 plus negative 2 times 180, negative 320, which is still inside the given domain. Put minus 3 in, is definitely outside. So that's the answer there in P4. Okay? So x is equal to 40, negative 140 and negative 320. The next question in question 6.2. 6.2, we are told that ABD is a triangular field with angle D equals to 90 degrees. Then we are told that C is a point inside the field and point D is directly north of B. Okay? Which means to say it's a straight line. Furthermore, that dBA is x, dBA. MCA is 1. Then we are told that DBC or EBC is Z. Determine BAC in terms of x and y. BAC, this angle. Okay. So from here we can see that this whole triangle here, I got 90 and I got x here, not so? So this whole angle is going to be 90 minus x. You all agree with that? That's right here. So BAD is 90 minus x. Okay. You all agree with that? Then in this triangle here, this angle here, which is MAC, it's going to be 90 minus 1. Okay, that's all. So we have 90 minus x. Then we got 90 minus 1. Now the angle in question, which is this one here, okay, would simply be, which is BAC is going to be the bigger angle, which is 90 minus x, minus the smaller angle, which is 90 minus 1. Okay, which then gives us 90 minus x minus 90 plus y. Where that cancels, leaves you y minus x. So this angle here is y minus x. Okay, some of you worked it out, saying exterior angles equal to sum of two interiors. Can't be the case. Why? Because this BCM is not a straight line. The girl at the back, are you okay? Huh? So why are you not taking note of what's happening here? You get full marks on this question. Okay. So in 6.2.2 the question says, so I'm going to take this information off here, so it's on the diagram as well. (6.2.2) express ACB in terms of y and z. This angle here. No? ACB. So in other words, I first need to know what this angle is here. Not so. So I'm going to first say that CBA is equal to x is the bigger angle, x minus z. Not so. So this angle here is x minus z. So now I'm going to go with the sum of triangles in that triangle to calculate ACB. Okay? So ACB is equal to 180 minus x minus z minus y minus x. That simply gives us 180 minus x plus z minus y plus x. The x is cancelled. So I'll get 180 minus y minus z. Or 180 plus z minus y. It's the same. Okay? So that's 180 minus y minus z. Or if needed, the other way around. As I indicate. Alright. Then the next question says, once again the information is on the diagram. If AB is A, the length of AB is A, as you can see it's on the diagram there, show that CB is equal to that. CB, which is this length. Can you see that? So which triangle are we working in? We're going to work in this triangle. Can you see? There's your A. As you will see, they got the A there, and the one CB. So which rule are we going to use? Sine rule. Why? Because I've got many angles here. So let's go with the sine rule. It's going to be in triangle ACB is going to be A over sine 180 minus Z minus 180 minus in brackets Y minus Z, which is equal to CB over sine Y minus X. Okay? We want to make CB the subject of the formula, so take it up. So CB is equal to A sine Y minus X, which we do have there, over sine Y minus Z. 180 minus second quadrant sine is positive, sine Y minus Z. So they got exactly what they wanted. Okay. Then in the next question we are told, calculate the perpendicular distance. Okay, so again I need a space here. So calculate the perpendicular distance. Calculate the perpendicular distance from C to BD. In other words, you're calculating CE, this thing here. If AB's 1, 2, 7, 4, X is given, Y is given, and Z is given. Can you see that? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to calculate CB first. So CB is equal to 1, 2, 7, 4 sine, I'm using the formula that we just proved now, into Y, which is 62.4, minus X, which is 42.3, over sine Y, which is 62.4, minus Z, which is 19.2. So that gives us 1274 sine 62.4 minus 42.3 over sine 62.4 minus 19.2. That gives us 1800. Comma something. Is that correct? Huh? Then for CE, in this triangle, I just calculated the hypotenuse and I want the opposite, so it's going to be sine. So it's opposite of hypotenuse, which is CB is equal to sine of Z. So CE is going to be CB, which is 1800 something, sine Z, which is 19.2. And answer, yes? CB, yes? It's wrong. Sorry? I can't hear you.
You added. So you added.
I added. Yeah, it didn't look right for me either. Or in the numerator? Sorry. 639.
Yes.
639 point something. 639 point something. That's answer sign 19.2. Is that correct? 210, comma 34 meters in this case. Centimeters or okay, so the bonus question I'll explain in the remaining of the video. People enjoy the rest of your day. Good morning, class. Okay, so as promised, I'm just going to wrap up this bonus question quickly. So it says if f of x is a quadratic function, so quadratic is a parabola basically, with f of minus 2 equals negative 6. So the graph is going through negative 2 and negative 6. F of 0 is negative 4, so 0 and negative 4. And f of 1 is 0, that's 0 and 1, and 1 and 0. They want to know what's the value of f of minus 1. So what I need to do first is I first need to calculate the equation of this parabola. You know the equation of the parabola is in the form of f of x is equal to ax squared plus bx plus c. Why am I not going with one of the equations I've stipulated before? The reason for that is because I don't know the turning point, or I don't know the both x-intercepts at this point. Okay? So what I do is I work with what I have. Since we know that this is your x-intercept, your y-intercept, so therefore your c value is negative. Okay? So my equation now reads f of x equal to ax squared plus bx minus 4. So what we do now is we substitute, we use that point, 1 and 0. That's a x and a y. So 0 is equal to a times 1 squared plus b times 1 minus 4. So b is equal to minus a plus 4. So that's equation 1. Okay? Then on the other hand, we're going to substitute. On the other hand, we substitute the other point, which is negative 2 and negative 6. That's an x and a y. So negative 6 is equal to a times negative 2 squared plus b times negative 2 minus 4. Okay, we take it over the equal sign, it becomes negative 2 is equal to 4a minus 2. I divide by negative 2. So you have b minus 2a is equal to 1, and this equation 2. So what I do now is I do simultaneous equations in pursuit of calculating the value of a and b. So if I see a b, I replace it with minus a plus 4. So 1 is equal to minus a plus 4 minus 2a. We've got negative 3a is equal to negative 3. So a is equal to 1. So what I do now is I substitute that back into equation 1. So b is equal to negative 1 plus 4, which is 3. So the equation of this graph is now f of x is equal to x squared, which is x squared, plus bx minus 4 plus c. So they want to know what is f of minus 1. So I substitute minus 1 wherever I see an x. So that's negative 1 squared plus 3 times negative 1 minus 4. So that will be plus 1 minus 3 minus 4, which is minus 6. Okay. Let's check here. So that basically brings us to the end of control test 2.